Hi Ruth and Jack, it's Mama. I miss you very much and I'm thinking about you all the time and I can't wait to hug and kiss you again. I have a story here from our 5-minute fairy tales. Alright, we got the Princess and the Pea. Prince Donald wanted to marry a princess. He went from kingdom to kingdom to find himself one. But there was something wrong with each princess he met. You see, Prince Donald only wanted to marry a real princess. Too mean, Prince Donald said about one princess. Someone that mean couldn't possibly be a real princess, Donald thought. Uh-oh. Too nice, he said about another. A princess needs to be independent and true to herself. Oh, look at all the drinks Donald met princesses who were too loud and too quiet. He met princesses so poor she only had one patched dress. He met a princess so rich she bathed in diamonds. None of them would do. None of them was a real princess. What is he gonna do? Look at the diamond bath. Finally, after years of searching, Prince Donald was fed up. He packed his bags and returned home. At this rate, he said with a sigh, I'll never find a real princess. Oh, home sweet home. Do you see the moon? Boop. Some time passed. Prince Donald had nearly given up hope. But one night there was a terrible storm. Lightning flashed in the dark corners of Donald's grand castle. Thunder rattled the fine china plates in the pantry. Pew, pew. Rain pounded at the windows. Donald was glad to be inside. As Donald lay by his warm fireplace, he heard a frightful knocking at the door. Help me! Help me! Who could it be out in the storm like this? He was almost too scared to find out. He's reading a book, and it's called The True Tales of Real Princesses, and he's reading it by his fireplace. Donald crept towards the huge castle door. Who is there? He called nervously. Please let me in, a voice answered. It was a beautiful voice, the voice of a lady. It might even be the voice of a princess. Donald's heart leaped. Could this be the real princess he'd been seeking? Look at the big castle door. He's got his guardsmen. In a flash, Prince Donald opened the castle door. A sad sight greeted him. The girl who stood there was soaked through with rain. Her hair was a complete mess. Her dress was torn and muddy, and she was missing a shoe. Who are you? Prince Donald asked. My name is Princess Daisy. You don't look like a princess, Donald replied. Well, I am, Daisy said. In fact, I'm a real princess. She's a real princess, she says. But now Donald, he didn't think that was likely. But he himself was a real prince, and being a real prince meant being polite. So instead of laughing at Daisy, he invited her in. Clapping his hands loudly 3 times, Donald called his nephews to order. This young lady, Princess, Daisy interrupted him. This princess was caught in the storm, Donald finished. Huey, fetch her dry clothes. Dewey, make her a cup of tea, and Louie, run her a hot bath. While everyone was busy, Donald slipped away. He snuck into the guest room and placed a single pea into the bed. Boop, boop, boop. Sneaky, sneaky. Then he stacked 10 mattresses on top of the pea. After that, he tossed 10 feather beds on top of the mattresses, just in case. Donald knew that only a real princess would be sensitive enough to feel a tiny little pea pushing through all of that. Whoa, look at all those mattresses. She's got to climb that. She's got to use a ladder to climb all the way up to bed. Oh my goodness. That's 20 mattresses. After Daisy drank her tea, had a bath, and changed into dry nightgown, Donald led her to the guest room. Oh, wonderful, Daisy said. This bed looks as though it would be very soft. And with that, she climbed up the ladder, lay down, and closed her eyes. She's going to bed. In the morning, Donald was eating his breakfast when Daisy appeared. "Good morning, how did you sleep?" he asked, especially curious. "Well," Daisy said, rubbing her eyes, "I don't mean to complain, but the truth is I did not sleep well at all. That lovely tall bed has an awful lump in it. I was so very uncomfortable that I didn't sleep a wink all night." Oh no. That was the moment Prince Donald knew he had found his real princess. Although the truth was, she had found him. Oh, he's in love. He's in love. Because remember, he said only a real princess would be sensitive enough to feel the pea under the mattresses. And she did. Prince Donald and Princess Daisy were married right away, and they lived happily ever after. And to this day, you can still see the pea in the Royal Museum. See, got it in a display. Aww. The end. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed our story tonight of the Princess and the Pea. As always, Ruth and Jack, I love you very much, and I can't wait to see you and hug you and kiss you. And I love you, sweet dreams. Say your prayers. Good night.